Treasure Coast Elementary about to start a children's garden by Marianne Day, the PE teacher. She was inspired and wanted the kids to learn science by combining physical education with hands-on garden science. And today's the day the dirt, the manure, the composted organic matter will be being delivered to an area over here in the back of their school for the first time ever. I have tilled an area approximately 20 by 40 feet, but as you can see, it is just the native Florida soil and needs a lot of work. We're going to try to first work to build up the nutrient value of this soil. We've got a couple of composts going on over here. They get lots of fruit and vegetable scraps from the fresh fruit and vegetable program Marianne also got a grant for. Not much in that one. I don't want to open that one yet. And we're also going to be using worm composting. So this is the ground right from the start. Today's January 22nd. Before anything now.
Type up the thing.
What?
I said I have a planning period, so I'll type up the...
All right, we're going to be sending out a flyer to the parents.
Yay!
So Marianne, why did you want to start this garden?
Because I need my students to eat healthier. That's number one. I mean, they're eating way too much packaged, snacky food. So we got the fresh fruit and vegetable grant, which was awesome. Kids are eating a fresh fruit or vegetable every day for snack for free, which is great. But they need to learn how to do that at home, to take those eating habits home to their families, because we all know if it's not happening at home, it's not going to happen. So we want to start the gardens to teach them how to garden, make their own food. We're hopefully putting in a kitchen so they can learn how to prepare it healthy, and then take all that stuff home to their parents. And eventually, I would love to do a co-op for Treasure Coast Elementary.
I know.
For our parents, because we do live we have like 56% of our students.
You mean like a co-op community garden?
Yes, a co-op community garden would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so I'm very thankful that Susan was dropped out of the sky for me. It's just great.
Yes.
So we can really do it, because I don't have the knowledge. Just the drive.
Mm-hmm. So you got worms up there somewhere or not yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right, well, we'll be checking in as we go. Oh, yeah, I saw some straw or whatever in this one.
Oh, there's other stuff in there?
Yeah, but that's got some
that
fruit
one I
in
was
it.
going to cut in half, but maybe if they can reach it. They're very excited about bringing over the
fruit and stuff.
Yeah. All I had was these little skinny silver things that stick down there. Hopefully nobody's going to come flip it over.
Valerie, this is Valerie and Brian, our White Rabbit partners from White Rabbit Organic Farm.
I think you need to add some manure, and I think you need to wait at least a month and just keep tilling it in.
Because what's wrong with the soil the way it is?
Well, number one, the grass clippings, if you look here, are not rotted in enough. You know, it's there's a lot of roots and stuff.
Cold and barren place where no seed will find their purchase.
So what have you brought to help make this soil better?
Well, add manures and organic matter, number one, would be a good thing. That's the main thing for right now.
And so what's in the manure that you're bringing in the truck there?
Horse poop. Poop, poop, poop.
And wasn't there some hops or no?
Nah, probably not in this now.
No.
Just a lot of, carbon. You got wood shavings in there, and that'll definitely build this up. But yeah, I would say this is definitely devoid of organic matter here.
Yep.
Except for the little bit of grass clippings that don't want to rot.
All right, and you think a month is good enough if they do that and maybe bury some fruit and vegetable scraps?
That would help.
Well, yeah. Really, to me, we go ahead and, if it was me, I'd put that whole trailer load. I know I got a ridiculous looking amount of manure on that trailer.
Not that much, though.
Yeah, well, it spreads out. But I'd put it right on top. I'm not even sure I'd worry about trying to disc it in.
Oh, really?
Not right now.
I'd put it on top and just let it rain on it. And if they could if they're not worried about being organic, I mean, you need nitrogen to break that stuff down. If they want to throw some fertilizer on top of it and, you know, rinse that in a little bit, that'll get that stuff breaking down, and it'll, you know, instead of trying to till in all that fluffy loose stuff, because you'll never really get it, you know, integrated into the soil the way it is.
Well, what if they did want to be organic?
Well, you need to find some kind of, you either just need to wait a long time or find some kind of organic source of nitrogen, which just offhand chicken manure comes to mind. But keep watering it.
Watering it, and fish, if they wanted to spray it with fish emulsion, that would be another thing that could.
Yeah, but you know, that this horse manure by itself doesn't break down real fast. You know, if you have it in a big pile and it can create some heat in there and everything, that would be good. Tell you what would also be good, if you put some of those
Worms?
worms in the, well, it's almost not really ready enough for the worms though.
Chickens?
You know? Chickens scratching through it and pooping on it would do a world of good. You know, fence it in and put a pig in here and feed them all the kitchen scraps.
How about rabbits?
Rabbits? Rabbits are good. Rabbits are very good. I mean, I'm not sure.
That load of horse manure in here?
We're working up to that. Your mom's Francine Coat.
Well, this is what everyone wants to know. How do you have a backyard garden? This is what we've all got, is this kind of soil.
Well, that's part of the problem, is trying to do this stuff on a small scale. And the first thing, well, you could do this. Well, I can't keep a pig. Well, you could put chickens. Oh no, we how would we do that? They'll get eaten, you know. Well, you could get some chicken manure. Oh my God, well, you got to buy a tractor trailer full. Well, no, that's out. It's like, well, so how do you want to do it, you know? And
Well, they can also, if they really want it to break down, is probably the easiest and the cheapest thing for them to do, would just buy some organic
Like
bag
Black
fertilizer.
cow or something?
No, they make actual organic organic
Topsoil?
no, real fertilizer, like
Real fertilizer.
dried chicken manure based
Oh,
fertilizer.
from where? What
chicken
kind
manure,
of store?
You can get some from Diamond R,
Oh.
or you can get some feather meal, blood meal. You know, those are things that are high nitrogen.
It's just expensive,
Mm.
you know. But I mean,
Yeah, they're
something
trying to do this on a budget of $250.
They just
Well,
need
That was the
It
grant
costs
they
more to
got.
farm.
then maybe they got to be a little more patient. You know, you can have a garden right now, but I'm not sure you can have a garden right now cheap.
So ideally then, to let it break down the way nature would, well, you know, time wanted it to, how long would that estimate you take? How long would that take,
Roughly.
would you estimate?
by midsummer.
Yeah, I mean, especially it's cold right now. Nothing's gonna want to break.
Nothing's
6
gonna break
months?
down unless they come out here and hand water it,
Yeah,
and
it's gonna have to be
take
watered.
pitchforks and flip it over. Have the kids come in.
Well,
and
that's
just
what I
start
told her,
flipping
just keep fluffing it and fluffing it and fluffing it.
Turning it, yeah.
turning it, and do it. But
And
you
if
know,
they
this is
did
a
that
small-
and they
small
put their,
area, if you got a class of 20 kids, if you took them out here, you could have this stuff flipped over. Take turns flipping with a pitchfork.
yeah, that's what they're planning to do. So,
Yeah.
and if they did that, then how long would it take?
You keep it watered in.
Keep watering it daily?
In a month time, they could probably get it to break down.
I almost want, I wonder if we should spread it out right away. I'm almost wondering if you ought to just put the pile, and
Let them pick at it.
well, treat it like a big compost pile. I don't know if you put the pile in the garden or put the pile next to the
You
garden.
said don't spread it out?
Well, the more you keep it in a pile, you get the heating
Fermentation.
effect.
Break it down.
They,
Yeah. You
They,
spread-
and
you
they
spread
and
it
they
out
can
like
come
that,
in and
you
they can kind of flip the
Mm.
what they could do is do
Mm-hmm.
their own breaking down, by flipping the pile on itself. That
Good
would break
exercise.
The
down
other thing is
quicker.
if you do spread it out, then it needs to be watered constantly. to
Right, it's
help-
going to dry out
Right.
fast.
Right.
Okay, well then let's do that. Let's just dump a pile right in the middle.
That's
I'd
pretty
say in the
dry.
middle.
Hey!
Well, I was always going to say, you put the pile maybe just a little off center. I mean,
But I mean in the dirt,
yeah,
right?
in the dirt. But maybe somebody's daddy has a tractor with a front end loader. You know what I mean? And if you rolled that pile, move it to here, and you water it, and mix some chicken poop in with it or something like that. I mean, you kind of move it back and forth. What we're doing is we're giving them the beginnings of a compost pile, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Then they could cover it with straw for moisture or newspaper.
or just I'm not sure you
If
have
it's
to
in a
with
big
that.
pile, you don't have to.
Yeah, just keep watering it. Next put a sprinkler.
That was
out.
another thing. She wasn't sure where the water source was going to come from. There's that
got you.
See, the
pond.
water source
Actually,
kinda-
she talked about over there, and I said, I hope it doesn't have chlorine in it. We'll see.
Yeah, they won't have. They're not giving kids drinking water on a well. I'm pretty sure of that. Not in public school.
Just look at right there.
I know.
Yeah.
Set up a sump pump and
Yeah.
something.
Well, we're gonna need another $250.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I mean, a couple garden hoses and a little pump. There, that went. So.
Right.
Yeah, that'll cut a hole in the fence and carry buckets. I don't know.
Is that a worm?
Maybe-
thing? Worm bin?
No, because it doesn't have a bottom.
They might want to look into donations.
But they do
from
want to
parents.
do maybe use a recycled container. I said, and you can drill holes in it and make that a worm bin. But I still got to bring. Maybe while you're over here, you could get mine. And
Why do
take
they
it.
only have a $250? Just discus hole thing.
I'm gonna say, just keep going with it.
Like a big,
She
big
rented a
race
tiller.
Originally.
So what do
That's
you
what we
think is
thought
a typical
originally.
good size for a backyard family garden? This is about 20 by 50 or so.
That's about right for just a small family garden.
Mm-hmm.
Family of 4.
Yeah.
Well, I think if I had a family of 4, I might have gone over to about where Sammy is, but
It's about what we had when we grew up.
yeah, you know, it's a reasonable
Except for
size.
my grandfather's. My grandfather's was like looking at your place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got right into it.
Well, he was
All right,
produce,
well let's bring it over then, right?
mostly tomatoes.
Are you going to be able to drive?
So first you get a
With
soil,
the $250?
soil test, right?
Oh, soil test.
Yeah, I
we
was
need to have
going
a
to bring
soil
that.
test.
First test the soil.
And if she's doing potatoes, she's planting potatoes the wrong time of the year. She should have had them in the ground last month.
Actually, the kids all said what they wanted planted. They were all calling out their favorite vegetables. And so starting at the end of February, let's just say, what should she be planting?
End of February, you can do corn, you can do sweet potatoes, okra, yellow squash, zucchini. You can
Cucumbers?
still do cucumbers, lettuces, any of the
Tomatoes?
winter squashes.
Tomatoes?
Tomatoes getting toward, you better have some nice starters if you're going to do tomatoes. It's a little late for tomatoes.
Purple beans?
Beans you can
Carrots?
do. Carrots, I think it's probably a little late for carrots because you're going into hot weather when they're mature and they don't like hot weather.
Yeah,
you
she's,
can still do you could still do radish because they're quick turnover. What else could you do?
yeah, they're hoping to, see the stuff full grown before the school year ends.
And the lettuces would definitely still be okay to do. But potatoes, hate to say it, but that's the wrong time of the year to do potatoes because they take a while to mature.
When should the potatoes be planted?
November, December. You can maybe get away with the early January.
So we're done planting potatoes at the CSA too.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Oh, so get a soil test now, first when you first start out, and then after a month maybe test it again after it's sat here
After sat, yeah, you could do that.
to see what kind of
Or
improvement.
you could just see what you need to amend it with now.
Right. Well, besides lots of organic matter, and there is organic matter.
Tell me to go this way.
Go to the what? Hey. Okay. You saw it. Now you have to know a good farmer who's willing to do this for your backyard garden and who has manure spare. Manure and shavings. Some hops possibly from an organic brewery.
Yeah.
Diane wants this food.
Yeah.
You know what that is? Brazilian dance.
Yeah.
Free, your first class is free, so
Maybe I will.
you'll do it too.
Yeah.
Got any other shoes with you?
What? What are you wearing?
Avalanche.
Sure, Sammy, I got a job for you.
Yeah, what?
Okay?
Are you?
Ah, feel like going.
There's your pants on and
Ah, feel like going again.
tennis shoes on,
Feel like
probably.
going.
Irrigation on there. You could just throw it in the back of the
Where's
truck
the
there.
avalanche?
gonna have to dig it out of there anyway.
Walk, Sammy!
Walk, walk, Sammy, walk!
Is that all of it?
Yep.
A little bit more. Okay, now that's it. Okay, Sammy, you can close it now. Go the other way.
Alrighty, there it is. First,
Look like a lot more in the trailer.
it takes nitrogen to break it down.
Or a lot of time.
Alright,
you know,
so
one or
just
the
let
other.
it sit for a month.
Well, turning it. I
Turning
mean,
it.
not just sitting, you know, but keeping it damp if we don't get any rain. Adding something to it. You can add compost scraps. You know, like I say, anything with nitrogen value to it, whether you want to do it organically or not, whatever. But nitrogen's going to make that stuff break down and turn it into real compost. But you know, it shouldn't look like fluffy sawdust when you're done with it. I mean, it's going to look more like closer to dirt, and then you can really incorporate it into the soil, and then it starts to do its job.
Alright. Puts mulch down every 6 months, 3 to 4 inches. After 30 years, there's 8 inches of topsoil. Never fertilize it.
That's soft.
No.
This is it's
It's
heavy.
been on there about 15 years. Hasn't killed it
Yeah,
yet.
bougainvillea.
Now this is a coffee tree. This is the real stuff. And the coffee season is November to February, so there's nothing I can show you right now, but that's what the tree looks like. And has these red marble-sized berries just up and down all the branches. And that's what they take and take the pulp off the seed, and then they dry it and roast it, and that's your coffee. And I have about 2 dozen trees here in the garden, and I have enough coffee berries, thousands of them. I do get people to come and collect them and make their own coffee. And I don't drink coffee myself, but they say it's stronger than Starbucks. It's got a lot of caffeine in it.
Like Cuban coffee.
So are natural predators that like to eat the beans, or?
Nothing eats the beans. They just eventually turn brown and fall off on the ground. This is allspice. This is a really nice smelling tree. The allspice you buy in the store is the seed from this tree, but you can also use the leaves, make tea from the leaves. You can use it in various types of cooking, and it makes a 30, 40-foot tree. It's very handsome with this nice shiny leaf. And I've also got bay rum in here, and lemon allspice, and cinnamon. A lot of the spice plants I have here in the garden. These are young allspice trees. Now, next one over has got flowers. You see them in the branch.
What's this from?
Allspice.
I haven't seen them
I gave my mother one of those for her birthday last year.
Because you've never seen. I've seen it.
That big?
They're great for working. Here's some angel trumpets. They turn down in the white, color, yellow, 4 colors. And they bloom once a month. Just like clockwork, once a month. They all look. Here's the peach color one up here. I've got black.
Oh, cacao. That's also very intolerant to less than 50 degrees. This whole thing.
Fine, it's fake. Plastic.
With grapes growing on the bottom. No, we didn't.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, did you have to spray?
Early on, I sprayed the citrus. That was mainly the biggest area I sprayed, but not a lot of the rest of it.
You're not troubled by iguanas?
Not yet.
Oh.
That's Chinese evergreen.
Right.
Yeah, they call them aglaonemias, and they come in many different leaf colors. I've probably got 15 or 20 different kinds here in the garden.
With white stems that are very pretty.
Yeah.
Hasn't sprayed in 19 years. Because the good bugs take care of the bad bugs. That's permaculture.
And the lizards eat the bad bugs.
See, this is why layers like a forest and it's self-perpetuating, getting richer soil. The way that garden was planted today with the corn and the peppers and, you know, barren, needing fertilizer and bug control because it's totally unnatural to plant that way.
These stack oranges, big coconut with all the vines on it.
30 years
That went through all the
from the
hurricanes
size of a
like that.
straw.
People thought
Go stand next to that tree so I have a reference.
the hurricanes, I didn't lose anything. That's a Jamaican palm.
Piece of plum.
Oh, look. There's a low plot. We have that planted at the farm.
Is that right? What are they called?
Yeah, my children.
All this patch started from a single piece about 30 years ago.
Really?
So just one little stem about the size of your finger, and that's where all this came from.
They're hollow, right?
And what
Yeah,
was
all
this?
bamboo's hollow.
How do they get bamboo flooring?
Well, I don't know the processing that they use, how they slice it. But I've had people come out and get this for furniture too. Use it also for fencing.
So once they grow, they don't stop growing, though. They have a 5-year cycle or something? Or?
Yeah, well, they last about 5 years before they die of old age. So they take off real quick, get to their full height, and then they just sit there idling for a few years until they finally wither up. But really pretty vine with that kind of rosy new growth on it.
Is that color all year?
Yeah, it's that color all year.
Got an Australian pine.
That's just running wild 10 years in this corner of the garden. Haven't heard anything yet. This fruit with the brown skin looks like a potato. This is a Mexican fruit called Sapodilla. And I really like them. I've got 8 trees.
This is
of them.
Sapodilla.
Lots of different,
He had this
varieties,
planted,
different
but I
shape and
think it
size.
died.
This one gets about the size of a softball. And they fruit about 7 months, 8 months of the year. But really, really good taste.
You don't like it on a tree, so you got
I keep them this size. I don't let them get bigger. Really? So I can harvest the fruit. Because they get big, like a big mango tree full of maturity. But I don't want them that big. You can't reach for it.
a sapodilla.
Oh yeah. Well, they're not ready yet. But they're and that's not only a medium size, but they can get about 14 inches. And that's a red one. I got red, white, and pink ones, just like grapefruit.
Chinese grape.
But the skins are over an inch thick. Real thick skin. And there's some different varieties of Koya. And up high you see some bananas. More
It's a
bananas.
wild coffee.
Yeah. I've got some of those in there too. This is what they call rhubarb.
This is miracle fruit tree. There's one of those in my front yard.
You have one?
Cold knocked all the flowers
Says
off
you're
the
supposed to keep them in a
ago, but now they're all
container.
back in bloom again. They bloom about 9 months of the year. Put on display all through the warm season. And the butterflies and hummingbirds really like them. And they get about 12 feet high, 12 feet wide. Pretty good big trees. They're called Brazilian cloak. And here's some Monstera fruit, and they look like shucked ears of corn. When they get ripe, they taste like a combination of banana and pineapple. Takes 1 year, so you gotta be real patient. And these are about 4 months away from maturity, and they don't change color. They just, that skin starts coming off and there's a white pulp inside. That's what you eat. But you get that aroma of banana pineapple when it's ripe, so you know then you can pick it and take it inside. They have these great big pretty leaves too. The nurseries call these split leaf philodendron, and they can get twice the size of the leaves sometimes.
I noticed you had a miracle fruit tree back there. Is
Yeah.
that the short one?
Yeah, that was probably about a 4-year-old one right there. I've
Oh.
got bigger ones up by the house. These plants with the yellow and green leaves, they call them chicken gizzard plants, and they have these hot pink stems, really interesting. Make a nice little low ground cover. They can take sun or shade or anything in between. This one on this side's in the sun most of the day, and this one's in the shade most of the day, and they both look identical.
I'm sorry, what's the name of that?
Chicken gizzard plant.
And you have those?
Oh yeah, I've got those. But those hot pink stems, people really like those, and they propagate easily from cuttings. You can just break off a branch and put it in this little pot of soil, and in 3 weeks it's rooted. The milkweed, I got a lot of that in bloom in here for the butterflies, and you'll start seeing more and more butterflies as we get on the other side where I've got even more of it.
What's this one here?
That's coleus.
Yeah.
I've got some real pretty pink pineapples. I got bigger ones around the corner there, but these get the size of the ones that you buy in the store, but they're red or pretty pink
They're beautiful.
and make really nice ornamentals.
I have Dawson Vance.
Yeah.
And here's some white shrimp plants, and I got a bigger bed around the corner that's got more bloom on it. But these bloom all summer long with white flowers rather than the red or the gold like the other shrimp plants. These Dombeya flowers, these are nice too. Some nurseries call it Florida hydrangea, but real pretty pink clusters of flowers. They're at their peak around Christmas time. The whole bush is solid pink at Christmas time. And then in the spring it's winding down.
So there's no cashew flowers over there.
That's cashews have got blooms, but the fruit won't be till the end of next month.
Is this the banana plant here? I just got some. I think
Yeah,
it's,
this is one called Siam Ruby,
I just got 3 of those.
and I haven't fruited
Like
it
a
yet,
grab
so I
one of
don't know
those.
what the quality of the fruit's going to be like, but I just like the color of it.
He's got a bunch of them up there.
Now, the big fruit hanging on the tree by the greenhouse over there, up by the main trunk, that's the cannonball tree from South America. And those fruit get the size and weight of real cannonballs. And you can't eat them, they're just seed pods. Yeah, that's one there. When they hang on the tree for 14 months before they get ripe, and then they simply just let loose and fall out in the ground. If you're a nurseryman, you break them open, there's about 20, 25 seeds in each one of them. But flowers are red and white in big clusters, so they're pretty.
And
There's more purple fire spike.
Indians eat the kunti
Medium
roots
purple,
for
I got
potatoes.
lighter and darker.
How long does the pineapple stay?
It ripens in July. So from now to July, they'll be real pretty.
Wow.
Then in July, they bleach out over time till they're almost white when they're fully mature.
And then you cut them and they bloom again?
No, they only bloom one time.
Uh-huh.
But it's like any other pineapple or bromeliad.
Yeah.
But these, they're a little bit too tart to eat. I've tried it, and I'm not that impressed trying to eat them, so they're just for ornament.
It's very pretty.
But when they're getting ready to bloom, they usually get a hint of pink in them, like this one. So that one's getting close to throwing out a pineapple.
Beautiful.
Here's some more of that fruit and shield, and you can see how really pretty purple it is. And this is white shrimp.
Is this similar to a saga palm?
Well, it's a kunti, so yeah. It's a cycad.
Very pretty.
But you see these white shrimps really do very well. Lots of flowers on them. And here's some more of the hot pink pineapples over here. This is probably the biggest one I've got.
And this is the alocasia with the
Yeah, the one they call rhubarb.
rhubarb. It looks like
And here's some more of the fire spike.
Papaya.
Uh-huh.
Sun tolerant, right? This
Oh, yeah.
tree out here.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they can be a sun
More than a
organic.
leaf. Very cool, family.
Look, you can get it.
Not just one.
They bloom every year. It's out in the hot sun like this.
I can't get one
and it's
Vanda orchid to rebloom no matter what
That's
I
been
do.
blooming for going on 3 weeks now, and it'll probably still be another couple of weeks before it finishes.
Is this edible right here?
Yes, that's a tomato relative. They make a drink out of it. It's called Marianne, and they bottle it in Central America like soda pop.
And what's it called? Thorns.
Marianne,
Oh.
but they grow it commercially in South America.
Hmm.
Here's some double impatiens.
That. Or
Also the variegated
Well,
salvia.
Orlando.
About 1,200.
I believe it.
Here's more coral trees. All this, you can see they put a spike on every branch. The wax gingers there, they're coming into bloom too. They're real short. They don't ever get above your knees. And this Mexican sage is another good butterfly plant too. Real pretty blue flowers.
Is that considered an herb?
Yeah.
Is it edible?
Mhm.
The Mexican sage? Do you have any?
Don't have any in the nursery. I'm out
Oh,
right now.
okay.
And this elkhorn fern is really nice too. It usually grows up in the trees or can grow in the trees.
Oh, what?
Banana.
But I've got it there where hopefully we're going to start going up in citrus. Here's some more white.
What are these here on the right?
Coconut?
Those
Oh,
are
coconuts.
Chilean coconuts.
Oh. Elderberries.
Now here's some of my purple bananas. And they have orange flowers and purple fruit.
Oh, they're beautiful. Wow.
And it doesn't make anything you can eat though. They never get any bigger than what you see there. It's just an ornamental, but they are quite showy. So I've got a lot of the ornamental bananas in here. Red ones, purple ones, green ones, silver ones. This tree here with these look like green tomatoes hanging on it, this is a chocolate pudding fruit from Mexico. And when they get ripe, they're just like Jell-O chocolate pudding. You can take a spoon and just eat them out like a pudding cup. But it doesn't taste like chocolate, it tastes like persimmon. But they're chocolate color. And they're in season from November to May, so they've been coming along. But this is about average size. Sometimes they get a little bigger. But it's just really neat because you pick them when they're hard like an avocado, and 3 or 4 days on the counter they get real soft and mushy, and then you just cut the top off and just take a spoon and start scooping it out. Just looks like eating a pudding cup.
How long has this staghorn been here?
Probably 20 years.
Wow.
I've got bigger ones further down. Chocolate pudding.
Colors.
Black Sapodilla.
Remember we tried that? But even cacao doesn't taste good unless you mix it, so maybe just have to.
Actually, like I said, that,
Now this is
I didn't mind that
physically the biggest banana trees in the world. They come from the Philippines. It's called Saba. And over there in the Philippines, they claim they can get them 40 feet tall and 26 inches thick. And that's big for bananas. Biggest I've ever got them is 30 feet and about 24-inch thick trunk. But that's still a pretty big tree. And if you look up on this one, way at the top, you see the fruit. Makes about a 90-pound bunch. It's a real short, squatty, about a 3-inch banana, but very good tasting. And these trees grow very quickly. That one sucker right there by the path will be this size in less than a year.
Oh my lord.
It dies, yeah. All bananas do that.
What,
But
the
these
banana-
don't go down in the wind either. They're very well rooted.
The banana tree dies once
Yeah.
they. Oh really?
Just like pineapples, they die
Oh.
once they fruit.
Yeah.
But I've got about 50 varieties of bananas and plantains here. So virtually all these clusters of bananas you see all through here, each one of them is a different variety.
Sammy don't.
This was a much shorter one, and it's got a silvery colored banana on it too. That's about the ideal size, because then when you harvest them, you don't have to worry about it being way up in the air. That was about 2 months away from being able to be picked. They get a lot fatter and a little bit longer than that.
Now, how long has this one been in the ground, like the shorter one?
That little one's only been, about 3 months old.
Okay.
But they come out really quick.
Yeah.
So you don't add anything to them for fertilizer either?
Most of the bananas I don't have to. It's a foot deep, this rotted mulch around them. Here's another nice allocation like the one over there,
Oh,
but
yeah.
looks like you outlined it with a blue marker, and then the back of the leaf is quite pretty too, and it has that frosty stem on it.
What was the soil like when you first started?
White sugar sand.
And you just kept putting leaves down?
Just put mulch down and let it compost, and over time it just turned into nice rich soil. So now anywhere you dig, you've got 6 inches, 8 inches of black muck before you hit the original soil underneath.
Can you overwater these? Is too much water bad for them?
Well, if they're constantly puddling in water, they can get root rot. Yeah.
Okay.
Dean, do you ever use manure?
No, never have. I mean, it's good stuff, but I've got enough organic with the other. I haven't had a need for it. I've had people offer me truckloads of horse manure from Wellington, from the racehorses out there, or the polo ponies, but I tell them, no thanks. I don't need it.
Is that a tamarind over there?
Where?
Tamarind?
Starfruit.
No, that's carambola. Yeah. Yeah, you can see up in here, you see some of the fruit. There's some on the ground too.
No, behind it. The tree behind it that's taller.
No, that's a dwarf poinciana.
Oh.
Want starfruit?
Okay, where'd you get it?
That one's a little roddy.
How old is it?
That's about 20 years.
20 years old.
From one little piece about that big.
Right. You want yours to grow like that 1 year.
Oh, forget it.
You see how happy the orchids are on the tree. Those roots are all the way up there. So I just,
They go up rather than down, huh?
well, they grow both directions. There's some down here. But I just tie them on with some tape, and after 6 months, when they grab hold of it, take the tape away, and they're there forever.
Just normal tape.
I use
Here's,
plastic tape like you'd stake plants.
Egg fruit, I think, coming up.
And it doesn't hurt them, it's expandable. Takes them about 6 months to root, and then after that, they're there forever. These are Cattleys here.
I mean, not plastic. I mean, regular.
It's plastic tie tape, like you'd use for, yeah. I use clear. They have it in green too, but I use clear. It's not as quite as obvious. But after about 6 months, you can take it off, and then, I mean, these guys aren't going to budge. They'd stay on in a hurricane.
What kind of orchid is that?
Cattleya.
Yeah, the Cattleya.
This is a little bay rum tree. I got some bigger ones further back in.
What kind?
This tree with these orange fruit, this is egg fruit, Central American fruit.
Hauntin'
Tastes
Mamey.
like pumpkin. You make a pie or milkshake or ice cream.
That's
it tastes
egg
like
fruit.
pumpkin. And they have a pretty good crop every year too. And some
Is that a carambola?
get twice this size.
That's
I
the
got
bay
one
rum.
tree that makes a much bigger fruit than this one. And the leaf somewhat looks like a little mango
sweet?
tree leaf.
Pretty sweet. And this is a Mamey back here?
Yeah. And there's small fruit way up in the top of it.
Yeah, well, it's something
This
different.
is black
Bay
pepper.
rum, I think you
There's
said.
some that's getting ripe. When they get ripe, they turn red. And then you can peel them and
I didn't like the egg.
fry them, and then you can use them. That's the commercial source of black pepper, this particular vine. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Google it.
You like that one,
More
May?
of a light purple part.
That was unbelievable. You gotta taste it in real life.
The zebra butterflies love these. They're in here all day long working.
Their butterflies kind of come out here.
They're out all day, but they kind of
No, I mean it's
butterflies.
well, there's more activity, there's more flowers in spring. There's more food for them. This is a nice alphanere or allocation that has an arrowhead-shaped leaf and stripes on the stem. Really pretty. And the guy that gave it to me said it's supposed to get about 6 feet tall when it's full grown. I've only had this about a year, but it's done very well for me. Now this fruit on this tree, this is the biggest fruit in the world that comes on trees. It's called jackfruit. They're from Southeast Asia, India, Bangladesh, that part of the world where most of them grow. And they can get over 100 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 feet long and 2 feet wide. That's a big fruit.
What do you do with them?
You can eat the flesh around the seeds,
They're
or
really
you
good.
and then you can roast the seeds or boil the seeds. They taste like chestnuts. Everything is edible but that outside skin.
What is it again, Gene?
Jackfruit.
Jackfruit.
And my record weight here on my trees has been 70 pounds. That's as big as I've got them. But I've heard of over in India they've had them up to 110 pounds. So they can get, and actually they can be 2 to 3 times the size of a big watermelon. This one, and then some are perfectly round like a big beach ball. So it depends on the type. And I've got them in all sizes. I've got the grove. I have a grove next door. I got 125 of these trees. I sell the fruit, and I've got them. Some of them that are perfectly round, some that are long and saucy shaped, and then some that are more like this. And they all have different flavors. I got one that tastes just like juicy fruit bubble gum. And another one tastes like a cross between a peach and a mango. So I mean, they have some of them have really nice flavors, and they sell for $2 a pound wholesale.
Wow.
So you get a 60, 70-pound fruit, you better have a lot of change with you. That 70-pound fruit that I produced, the Four Seasons in Palm Beach, their chef bought it from me, and it's $140 for one fruit. He had a smile on his face, and he made a whole bunch of different things out of it.
What's the name of the tree it's on? Is it?
Jackfruit.
Oh, the tree is called
Yeah,
jackfruit?
jackfruit, yeah. But they get the size of a big mango tree, but in a growth setting, you don't want them about 12 feet, so you can reach the fruit. You don't want to be up on a ladder wrestling a 50-pound fruit. So I learned years ago to keep them cut so my growth trees are very short, and I don't let them get above about 12 to 15 feet. So all the fruit's on the lower part where you can reach them.
So that
All your
doesn't-
fruit trees, you keep them short like
Yeah.
That doesn't impair their ability to bear fruit.
Not at all. They grow about 6, 7 feet a year. So I mean, those tops go back at. Sometimes I cut them twice a year and remove the tops. I don't care how wide they get, but I don't want them tall.
We're getting some bird
Okay, paradise over here.
But a lot of people use these for cut flowers. They last real good in arrangements. But on the plant, they'll last about 6 weeks. And I've got about 50 different colors of these all scattered through the garden. Some are summer bloomers, some are winter bloomers, some are spring bloomers.
Yeah, I just got some.
Similar.
So I can cut off the one that's the summer, the winter bloom.
Yeah.
Here.
Now here's the Jaboticaba with the fruit on it. You saw the blooms back there. This is what the fruit looks like. And these are about half size. So they're going to get twice that big, and they turn black when they're ripe. And they taste just like a scuppernong grape, except they grow on the bark of the tree. And so, and this is the second bloom in 3 weeks.
Wow.
And these will bear at least 5 times a year. And when they have a real heavy crop, you don't even see the trunk. It's just the fruit are touching each other, the whole right to the ground. Now, if you look on the ground, you see a lot of skins, because a week ago, this was solid black with fruit. And I harvested a bunch of it and put it in gallon Ziplocs, threw it in the freezer. And now I got another crop. So they're really nice and rewarding because they give you so much fruit.
They make great jam too.
Jellies, jams, Brazil, they make wine out of it. They have a big wine industry based on this, and they sell it all over Latin America. But anything you basically do with grapes, you can do with this. Only it's bigger. It's about size, some of them are get size of ping pong balls. And it's a really big fruit, a white flesh, and 2 or 3 seeds just like a grape. The only disadvantage of this tree growing in landscape is it takes 10 years to fruit, and you can only grow it from seed. So you can't root it from a branch or graft it. So you have to just plant a seed and sit back and wait. And 10 years later, when it's about 8 or 10 feet tall, then it starts blooming. And you can't speed it up a whole lot either. So nurseries do have fruiting ones, but you know they start at $500 and go up. So you know you don't have a lot of people buying them, but there are people that do. I've got about 35 of these throughout the property of these Jaboticabas, and about 3/4 of them are fruiting, and the others are young trees that haven't gotten big enough yet. So I get a lot of Jaboticaba fruit, and it sells real good too. You can get $3 a pound for it. This is another elevation. Except these leaves are on the outside, but they have a skeleton point. Some of these leaves will be twice as big when they start getting raised. Yeah. They really, really long stems. These stems can get 5, 6 feet before the leaves fall. The triangle palm, this is another neat palm that people like because it grows in the shape of a triangle. And it has this nice little red velvet up here where the leaves come out. It's from Madagascar, and it's one of the few palms in the world that have this triangle-shaped arrangement on the fronds. When it gets a trunk, the trunk is round like most palms have, but up where the leaves come out, it's always triangle-shaped. And it has this kind of blue-gray colored leaf too, which is real pretty. When it gets big enough to fruit, the fruit are marble sized and they're white. So it looks like bunches of white grapes hanging all over the tree. So just a real handsome palm, and never gets more than 30 feet. And a lot of cities now are starting to use them for streets and meetings.
Oh, it's huge.
We have
Can you eat
It's
it?
one of our best.
Can you eat the
I know yours is nice. It's beautiful.
Look at all those mangoes.
Oh boy, look at them.
Here's some more of these big giant elephant ears. And that's only 6 months old. They grow really quick and they get big quick. That one will get 12 feet and the leaves will get twice as big when it's full size.
What size are the leaves?
Oh, that was like knee high. And less than 6 months.
Oh, an avocado.
And also that's even bigger when it's cold. Now in the summer it's already done. Got some of those. Well, I got a couple in here, but fortunately I don't have many. Now this is curry, so if you do any curried meat, this is what you use to cook with. Very pungent. Some people like it, other people don't. I'm not one of those people that use it very much, but curry is a very important spice that a lot of Asian people, these trees come from India and Bangladesh, that part of the world.
Which one's the tree behind you?
Yeah, this one here.
How's it propagated?
By seed, and it has a little black fruit on it. And the trees get about 20 feet high and 20 feet wide, so it makes a fairly good light, big shrub. But very, very strong scent.
Yeah, I did.
This Swiss cheese philodendron, when they start out, the leaves don't have any holes in them, like down low on the tree. When they get a little bit bigger and a little more light, they start to make the holes. And when they get full size, it looks like this. It's strictly a function of light. The higher it gets in the tree,
Tiny
the
leaf.
more light it gets, the more holes.
But it doesn't smell like a coffee.
dark area,
Yeah.
you'll never get more than like this, or maybe you'll stay with no holes. With one hole, you got to put it out where it gets a lot of light. But very appropriately named. Whoever named it, Swiss cheese. It does look like a slice of Swiss cheese. And these leaves actually can get even a little bit bigger than this. I've seen them almost up to 3.5 feet. Yeah, we've got close to a mile of trail on 2.5 acres because it zigzags so much. Not me, I'm not walking it every day. I have had people walk it. We got residents on the last year, last July, Now this, under this tree gives you an effect for how the garden looked before the hurricane. When you left the sausage tree, if you looked up, you didn't see the whatever is a fruit bearing plant.
And a Mela apple.
And there she can help us in the nursery, so help
Should we
it.
follow
Can you-
No, I'll be right
Can you
back.
just say what other edible plants you had in there that you didn't point out?
Uh,
Probably like 15 or something.
There's probably 50 more in there that weren't flowering that I didn't mention, yeah. Let me see if my wife's in here.
Oh, where did they go?
I didn't notice any lychee trees here at all.
Yeah, we walked under several in there,
I missed it.
yeah.
See,
Would you
wasn't
put
paying
trees all the
attention.
way
It was
around
your
or just
fault.
on the north
I
and the
wouldn't
west
block
sides
the,
or something?
the east side because most of our flowering winds are out the east. So that would
That's
really-
tamarind. Or no,
West and west,
it's not.
a lot of cool wind in the middle. They're in the nursery.
Oh, they're in. I think but maybe they
this
were out
tree
here.
here?
Pigeon plum. I mean pigeon pea rather.
Oh, pigeon pea.
Yeah, and that's only about a little over a year old. They grow very quickly, and
Yeah.
pigeon peas and rice is kind of a national dish in Bahamas. They love it over there. And it lives about 5 years, and it bears nearly all year. I don't know if you eat the leaves, but I know that the young peas are very good.
All those mangoes there. State
About
champion.
40 years old, and it bears real heavy. I got young ones in the nursery too.
Huh.
But they usually bear by the second year, so about head high you already get catches.
We got a
I love
macadamia in that tree.
Uh-huh.
Every second year we get some nuts on it. Not a lot. The
They're not
squirrels get
heavy.
'em
They're
first.
not well. They're not heavy bearing to start with in Florida.
Okay.
And even a 30 or 40 foot tree, you can almost hold the top in your hands like that.
That's good to know. We're not doing anything wrong.
Now, these wheelbarrows here, these will load up to anybody that needs them.
That is mulch. That's nice like a mulch.
That's looking bumpy, right?
Now, the only thing on these tables that's ready for sale are the pineapples. And I've got 2 tables that are flat tables and then those stair step ones. That's those hot pink pineapples. But everything else on here is still being rooted or not ready for sale yet. Most of the stuff is for sale down here. Pot, regardless of where it is $5. The 3-gallon pots are 10. So 5 and 10 makes it real easy. And most of them are labeled, but this is a chicken gizzard plant, that one with the hot pink stems. These are baby chocolate pudding trees. And here's baby jackfruit trees. And the next set down are baby cashew nuts. And we have some of those angel's trumpet. This was the peach colored one. These little guys in these small pots already have had flowers on them, that big. The flowers were as big as the plant.
When will this bloom again?
Oh, every 4 weeks. Yeah, they bloom every 4 weeks. And then the purple flowers are, this is bush morning glories. Bush morning glories are vines, but that's a Mexican bush type. So you have the same flower on the bush. The Blooms every day too.
I got a question about the cashews on the tree. You have to do anything to the cashews after you pick them?
Well, you have to roast them out in the open. You can't do it inside because the gas is poison they give off.
Oh.
So you don't do it in your kitchen. You got to use it outside on the
Well,
grill
I
or whatever.
Thanks.
Well, I can't. Don't break it off.
This is where we got that stuff. Right here.
Oh yeah. April 19th.
Oh yeah. Cool.
So you guys are tearing out all the lettuce going to seed?
One
Yeah.
for baby praying mantis.
Oh.
This up for something else.
Where is it? My shoe.
Baby praying mantis, that's a good guy.
Oh. We found a black widow earlier too.
Oh, those are good too. Oh, because you're clearing it, you said, for something else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Valerie told you. She'll probably say it later today, but she discovered that in cutting the lettuce mix, instead of cutting the heads off, if you just took the outer leaves, they grew back in like 3 days versus cutting the tops off was taking a lot longer to grow back just because of the time of the season that we're in.
Okay, so we just do the outer. Well then, Connie and I are doing it right then. Woohoo!
Yeah, so,
Well, I would think the outer leaves, while we still have outer leaves that taste good. You take
yeah,
the
because
outer
they're
leaves.
also going bad fast too, so that way, you know. She might also be suggesting, I don't know, she thought it was getting labor intensive, and she was thinking,
Harvest?
yeah, do you guys think it's changed much?
Well, no, I don't think it's changed it. It's just when we had the old lettuce, it took longer to find good stuff.
Uh-huh. Maybe
I
that-
think. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe that's what she's saying.
Do you think that, ask Sandra, because she's probably done it a lot.
I think it is taking longer to harvest.
She was even going to suggest that people do their own. That's what I'm saying. Do you think that's a good idea? Yeah, I don't think so either.
No,
That's-
because then everybody has to wash the lettuce
Yeah,
3
that's-
times
yeah.
and all that other
Well,
stuff.
if you guys think it's still working, then I don't know what she's necessarily talking about. But that was her newest method, was just picking the outer leaves. It grows back and can keep producing longer, faster. But and it's going to seed a lot sooner, so you'll notice that too because of the weather.
Well, harvesting it like what she's recommending, which I think is probably right, definitely takes longer. It takes a lot longer to clip those outer leaves than just to whack a whole head.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the part then.
But I still don't think that, unless it's having people harvest by the head, I don't think that it makes sense to have everybody harvest the head.
Yeah. So are you guys all going to be here later at 4:30ish?
I'm not going to be able to be here.
Sandra, are you coming back at 4:30?
Well, as long as there was somebody, I mean, maybe even, I don't know if you've been working with Don Simon at all.
Takes a little bit longer, and right before we had the really young lettuce, we had the really old lettuce, and so that was taking a while. But I don't think it's that bad, and I don't.
Yeah, I think we should still keep doing it for the group.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody
Yeah.
doing it themselves. but
That's what
I
my
think
vote
we've
is
come up
too.
with a mess.
Yeah, I thought that didn't work before when we were doing that in the beginning of the season. So I say we still keep doing this too. So you might be back, but you might not.
Yeah,
If you can, I think you'll enjoy it because it's not just talking about your lettuce, but the other groups too, and the timetables.
yeah, I would love to come back. It's just, I had to work all yesterday, so I'm kind of trying to fit a whole lot of stuff in today. If you think that someone needs to represent, then
Yeah, and plus, like I said, if you're into the science of this whole experiment, I think it's going to be a powerful meeting. So you'll learn a lot.
and it's at 4:30.
Well, the potluck starts at 4:30. I think, by the time everybody gets situated, we'll have people start eating. We probably won't realistically start talking until 5:30.
Okay, and it's going to be.
Yeah, like around there.
Okay. I'll try my best.
Okay, great.
Because Susan really didn't have me in the book. So now we're in the book, and then I've been out here a couple of Sundays, because Sunday's my only day.
Right.
And there's been nobody here. So Yvonne
Has finally started getting seeds. We weren't sure what they were going to look like, but it's definitely producing the seed pods now. So, April 19th today.
Did everybody find out yesterday?
And the arugula is getting larger. The seeding that it's doing by itself.
I went up to it and I said, okay, I can't stand it.
Growing little
You
arugula
haven't called me
plants.
into your office yet. Do you have a letter of intent?
All this
for me
is
to sign?
arugula.
She laughed at me. She said, you haven't signed your letter of intent yet?
I'm sure there's nothing else we can possibly cut.
How about we cut you back to $100,000?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Because heaven knows you do way more than we do as teachers. Yeah. That administration is so productive.